Hi there, Sonia from the Urban Homestead Academy. Today we're heading to an orchard where a farmer has put the call out wanting people to come and help pick apples off their trees. The apples are, been growing wild, the birds are getting into them, and the apples are all starting to fall and rot on the ground. So the farmer wants community members to come and pick apples and take them away. So we are heading to the orchard. We're driving along. I thought you might like to see some of the rural countryside as we head to the orchard. We're not actually really driving this fast. I've actually sped up the video for you, but thought you might be interested in having a look. We've had a bit of rain lately, so things are starting to green up here in southern Tasmania, and the farmers have been sort of planting and sowing all of their autumn winter crops. Okay, and here we are. We arrived at the orchard. Beautiful old heirloom trees here. So these are just sort of left wild. The farmer doesn't actually sell apples, they've just left the trees in because they're heirloom varieties. They actually sell other types of produce. And here you can see I'm actually trying to take films off the birds, but every time I got near a tree the birds flew away. But you can see the apples that are being half eaten by the birds, and no doubt the possums, and they're just starting to fall off the tree. So that's a golden delicious there. So we picked some of those, and look, it was great. There were so many families there, and the people were, so pleased to be able to pick some fruit. And it was just so nice of the farmer to put the call out on Facebook to, ask people to come along and pick what they needed there. So there were just rows and rows of trees. It looks like a lot of people went for the golden delicious type, but here's the one we liked, was the Jonathan, which is I think one of the oldest heirloom apple varieties, and these trees were just loaded. And look, it had a beautiful smell while you were actually picking the fruit. It smelled like ciders because the fruit's all starting to rot on the ground. So you had to sort of just work through what hadn't been picked over and eaten. But beautiful tasting. When we got them home and had some of these, beautiful tasting apples they were. So we had a bit of fun doing some fruit picking, and we hope that the apple trees that we've got on our orchard at the homestead will be as abundant as these. And look, these ones hadn't even been mulched, they hadn't been looked after, just left to grow wild. And the birds, you can see, having an absolute feast. And here's what we picked: a couple of bags to give away, to do some dehydration, to cook some apple pies, and there were some apples that have fallen on the ground that I got for the chickens as well. So beautiful, beautiful organic apples. Then we jumped back in the car and we thought, let's just do a bit of a scenic drive home. So we were having a look at the farmland in the area again. Michael's always keen to see what's growing, how things are doing with the climates, the rain that we've had. So we just sort of headed on some windy back roads on a lovely Sunday drive, having a look at what's happening around us. And here we are entering the historic Richmond village, which is in southern Tasmania. This is a very popular tourist destination. Beautiful heritage listed buildings, and people will come and spend half a day here. And lots of arts and crafts. There's mazes, there's the penitentiary, the old jail, parks. There's the old pub there with the green roof. Beautiful old pub, old-fashioned pub meals. Parks to walk along. There's a river. It's just a lovely environment to have a step back in history. And here we are turning onto the Richmond bridge. This is actually the oldest bridge in Australia. Beautiful, beautiful historic bridge that crosses a lovely little river, and beautiful ducks to feed there as well. Okay, now we're heading out of Richmond and we're going to drive past some vineyards, some fruit producers. Here's one lovely big vineyard, all the beautiful autumn colours, and all the vines starting to lose their leaves. And here we are back home with our apples, and now it's time to do some dehydrating and do some cooking. So what a bonus. Beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful apple picking. All right, bye for now.